Happy Mounjaro Monday, shipmates! Today I'm going to take my 101st shot of Mounjaro during our live, and we're going to be discussing um, finishing strong in 2025, getting through the last few days here of the holidays, and starting fresh in 2026 and really neat things that we can do in 2026. Has anyone here ever done New Year's resolutions? Has anybody here failed miserably year after year doing New Year's resolutions?
I remembered mine.
Did you remember yours?
I remembered that I made them.
But did you keep them?
No,
Oh my gosh.
I kept them under the bed.
Yeah, that happens to so many of us. We get so excited in January and we make a list of how this year is going to be better and all these things that we're going to do. And by February, we don't even know where we put the list. But I want to tell you something I started doing 3 years ago. And it has made a huge difference in my life. I've done something that is called choosing a power word for the year. So instead of doing New Year's resolutions where you're writing down a whole bunch of things that you're going to do that may be hard to get done and hard to remember because day to day life has its own stresses and busyness that we forget about that list. But if you can choose one word for your whole year, just one word, and really think about it, about that word, and different ways that you can incorporate that powerful word in your life. It is amazing what you can accomplish and ways your life can change by just focusing on one word. And I started this, like I say, I think my first year was 2023 that I did it at the beginning of the year. I have a friend um, who named Tabitha, who she has for years, she has had in January where you can meet together and you can make a vision board, and she's was very big into vision boards, and it always seemed like whatever weekend was her big weekend that you could go to do the vision board, I wasn't able to do it. And one year she was trying to get us ready for the vision board, and I wasn't able to make it for the vision board. However, she really talked about, before you come over to do your vision boards, think of one word to be your power word for the year. And I was like, a power word? Oh, I've never thought about that before. And then she shared what her power words were for like the last couple of years and how it made a difference in her life. And I thought, I could do a power word. So for 2023, I really thought about it. What would my word be for the year? And I came up with the word grace. And I thought, I would like to give others grace. And I really need to give myself grace because we can be our own biggest bullies, really. And I thought, I don't want to be a bully to myself anymore. I want to be able to give myself grace. So in 2023, that was my word. And I didn't get a chance to go to Tabitha's house to make a vision board, but I really focused on the word grace. And any time that I would get mad at myself about something, I would pause and take a deep breath and slowly release it. And I would focus on grace. And I would tell myself, Gina, you got to give yourself some grace. And I would put grace into my prayers too. And I would ask God to um, to help guide me and to help give me grace as well. And then in June of 2023, after a year and a half of placing our first little teeny tiny down payment on a van that Jeff has wanted his whole life to go traveling around the country. Always wanted to travel in an RV ever
Maybe
since he was a little kid.
maybe not when I was a baby.
Maybe not when he was a baby, but when he was a little kid. And I remember when we first started dating and we were both in our 20s at the time, he told me that that was one of his dreams, that when he retires, wouldn't it be great when we retire, Gina, from teaching, we could get an RV and travel around the US in it. And I told him from the very beginning, I hate car trips. No, I don't want to do that. And but he was always like, "Oh, but it'd be so great. It'd be so great." And then finally I thought, you know, after many years of him wanting to get a van, and he would come home from work and he would watch YouTube videos on how to create your own RV out of a van. And eventually I warmed up to it and I thought, you know, he's been such a wonderful husband and he always supports all of my dreams. And he even helped me
Even
edit
when
and
they're nightmares.
even when they're not he even help me edit my very first book, Anchor Moments. And so he's just done so much and been so supportive. And I told him, all right, we can get a van. You can create an RV out of a van, and I will travel with you for 1 year. And if I hate it at the end of the year, you know, maybe we won't do it anymore, but I'll give you 1 year that we can travel all over in a van RV.
And she liked it.
Yeah, and he was gonna make one, but then he saw a video on YouTube about Embassy RV and the RVs they had, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, it's exactly the kind of RV I would want, and I could never make anything as good as this."
Because those guys are engineers.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
know what they're doing.
Yeah, and so we went and visited an embassy RV meetup and talked to other owners. And when they all said that they loved Embassy RV and how wonderful the company was, and they treat everybody like family, and we put down our deposit, and that was in 2022. Well, it took a year and a half
During
to
the pandemic.
during the pandemic.
There were delays
There
and
was a lot of
supply
delays
chains
and
and stuff.
supply chain things. If you remember, it was hard to even buy a brand new car because there wasn't
Yeah.
chips, so computer chips. And anyway, in June of 2023, we finally got to drive our van home, our brand new van RV. And we wanted to have a name for our van. And we chose Grace,
Grace.
which was my power word of 2023. And we thought it'd be kind of neat if our van was called Grace because then we could travel in God's grace and take anchor moments on the road. So we do have a second YouTube channel called Anchor Moments RV. And some people we meet on the road share the moments in their life that have anchored their faith. And so we have a playlist on that. And then we have tips and tricks of RVing playlists and really
Places to go.
fun places to visit. Yeah, and fun places to see and all kinds of great van life kind of things. So if you're interested in that, you can check out Anchor Moments RV. So in 2023, I did not create a vision board, but I did choose my very first power word, grace. And I can tell you at the end of 2023, my heart was so happy knowing for the first time in my life, I did my New Year's resolution because it was just one word. And I was a little bit kinder to myself, and I hope I was kinder to other people. I tried to give other people grace too. and it was really fun finding that perfect name for Jeff's dream of being able to travel in an RV, and we named her Grace. And we did travel in her for more than a year now. We uh, had her 2 years now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she'll be 3 years old this coming June. So yeah, so for 2.5 years, we've been able to travel in her. And it turns out I might even enjoy traveling in her more than Jeff because I've been able to meet so many fun people, including a lot of our shipmates that have come on to our Manjaro Monday lives. I've been able to visit them at their house, some of our shipmates, which has been really fun too while traveling, and we plan to do more of that. So in 2023, my power word was grace, my very first power word. Well, in 2024, what was really interesting, and maybe we can, this one we actually have some pictures.
Ready?
Or wait, before we show the picture
Okay.
of what I chose in 2024, because these slides are in order. So we can show this here. What we're doing today. Oh, I'm not doing things right, am I?
Do you want to show things?
Yes. Here we go. So here's our thumbnail for today that we have 101 shots and our new power word, going over our power words. If you would want to think about choosing a power word, it's kind of nice to think of a few different power words and to write them down. And so go ahead and show the next one.
Go ahead. Right here.
Oh, right here. There we go. Uh, You can put them down on a piece of paper. I really like crayons. I used to be an elementary school teacher and I
Crayons.
love the smell of crayons.
Cranes?
Jeff gives me a hard time. I'm from Illinois and we call them crayons, but Jeff calls them
Crayons.
crayons. Crayons. But I love crayons. I love crayons and I love coloring with them. So anyway, you can type your words, you can write down some different words and get
Color
some
them with
ideas,
crayons.
color them with crayons. But I like coloring mine and putting down some words that I think might be good possibilities and then you can pray about it, you can meditate about it, but one of them
Wait,
will
why did you
really
choose
pop.
yours? I mean, how did it pop for you? Did you have like a dream or you woke up and oh, I know what it is?
Hmm, I didn't have a dream. Did you have a dream?
No?
Nope. But I could, but I don't think I've had a dream yet of my exact power word. But this list right here was a list that I made last year trying to figure out what my power word was. Okay, and now next. Now in 2024, I actually created this list at the very end of December, right before January 1st, probably on New Year's Eve. I probably did this on December 31st of 2023, getting ready for January 1st. And I couldn't decide on just one word. So for 2024, I had two words. I had health and travel because I wanted to do more travel in our new van Grace, and I really wanted to concentrate on health. And I didn't get a chance to go to Tabitha's special Saturday where we create a vision board, and so I missed it. But I just got a piece of paper and a box of crayons, and I wrote down health and travel and put down some things that I was thinking about doing for health and travel. And I want to tell you,
the stage.
Oh gosh.
So
Sorry
no,
about
I'm
that,
not
guys.
sure if people could hear us. Well, whatever.
Jeff's trying to teach me some new things with StreamYard so I can be more self-sufficient without him. Uh,
No, it's just good to know so you
good
can
to
be in
know.
charge of moving to the slides you want to
There you
show.
go. Exactly. It really was interesting choosing health and travel in 2024 because it was November of 2023 we found out that Jeff had bladder cancer. And I had my type 2 diabetes in December of 2023. My A1C was starting to climb again. My weight was getting really bad. I had lost a lot of pounds when I first got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes doing Jeff and I did a diet called the 444 plan, and we do have a playlist on that, so you can watch that if interested. But I started gaining the weight back. And I had lost 47 pounds, but then I had gained back 39 out of those 47 pounds. So I was 8 pounds away from my highest weight um, on January 1st of 2024. And I knew that I'd have a higher chance of having a heart attack or a stroke or cancer, because there's a lot of cancers that you're more likely to get if you're obese, especially as a woman. Breast cancer, but skinny women get breast cancer too. But you have a higher chance of getting a lot of different diseases and things when you have type 2 diabetes and you're overweight, and I was extremely overweight at the time. And so I knew I really wanted to do something. I wanted to take control again of my health so that way we could do more. So that way we could do more traveling once Jeff's cancer would be under control. And so for that year, I did my thing of health and fitness. So that is this.
No,
Nope, I don't click on that one.
no.
What do I click on to make
The
it
one
go?
next to it.
Next one. Here we go. So I knew health and travel and doing more exercise and so that was why I did this as my vision board. But it really was a little bit of a miracle to me. I was offered by my doctor when Manjaro first came out and was brand spanking new. My doctor wanted me to take Manjaro. But when I went home and asked my health insurance if they would cover Manjaro, it was going to be like $1,300 or $1,400 a month. They didn't cover it. And so I didn't think I'd be able to ever afford to be able to take that medication. And then on Jeff's surgery, his successful bladder cancer surgery, was on January 3rd of 2024. And a few days after that, we asked someone who helps with figuring out your hospital bills and knew our insurance. As she was a special insurance health advocate. We asked Sarah um, if she could double check and see if my insurance would cover Manjaro while we were looking at how to pay for the doctor bills for Jeff's cancer surgeries. And she checked for me, and by golly, all of a sudden it was covered under my health insurance. And I took my very first Mounjaro shot, my first one of 101 that I'm taking today, my 101st shot. But my very, very first shot, I took about 10 or 11 days after I created this picture about health and travel for 2024. And now, if I wanted to go back to just us, what would I do
Click on the first one.
on this?
Uh-oh.
So it really worked. And it worked fast. It was like a mini miracle for my health that all of a sudden I would be able to afford to take Mounjaro because it was covered under my health insurance for type 2 diabetes. And it wasn't covered for type 2 diabetes. And it was the exact same insurance when Mounjaro first came out. So it was like a little mini miracle choosing health and travel for my I did a double power word because I couldn't decide which one I wanted. I really wanted them both. So I did a twofer that year and it really worked. It was amazing. My health uh, got better in that I started losing weight. Um, I had non alcoholic fatty liver disease. And in August of 2024, after being on Manjaro for 8 months, I had a liver scan, my liver was ultrasounded and scanned, and my non alcoholic fatty liver disease was gone, just disappeared. Amazing. Now, I did have another health struggle though. In May of 2024, I needed to have a hysterectomy because I had something called postmenopausal bleeding, which started in January 27th, I believe. I had my first drop of blood that I shouldn't have had. It was 13 months after not having a period for 13 months. My menopause was over. And gosh darn it, I had a drop of blood again. And I thought, oh, I'm just not done with menopause. But I mentioned it to my mom because I was under so much stress with Jeff's bladder cancer surgery. And she told me, oh, Gina, that's postmenopausal bleeding. You need to see a doctor right away because sometimes that's a sign that you have cancer. So I ended up, I had precancerous cells on my cervix and my uterus. And so by the time they figured that all out, my surgery, my hysterectomy was on May 10th of 2024. And if there's anybody out there who is needing a hysterectomy, and if you're nervous about it, I do have a playlist. I share some videos, a couple of there's a couple of videos for me preparing to have my hysterectomy. And then I did a video every day for the first couple of weeks of the recovery process to help others who need to have a hysterectomy not be scared so they could know in advance what to prepare for and what it would be like. And so I share my experience with that. Now, Jeff and I are not doctors. We are I'm your sister from another mister. He's your brother from another mother. But 2024 was an unusual year. I had health challenges, and so did Jeff. But Jeff's bladder cancer second surgery was successful, and his cancer has never come back. Yay! And every 3 months, he has a cystoscopy to make sure they take a camera and move it around his bladder to look around, and the cancer has never come back. So he's still doing great. We just go every 3 months to check, but it has not come back. And when I had my hysterectomy, I had to have an oncologist gynecologist, and he took a look at all my stuff, and he told me number one that I had endometriosis, and there was a lot of weird webs all over the outside of my uterus and fallopian tubes and ovaries. I had my ovaries removed too. We just took it all out. So I would never have to worry about cancer in any of those body parts. And he also told me that I had quite a bit of precancerous cells, and it was the bad kind. Because there's different levels of precancerous cells. Who knew? And one kind is the kind you really don't want to have, and it's more likely to turn into cancer later. And that was the kind I had. And he told me if I would have waited a year for my hysterectomy, I would have had full blown cancer. But I didn't wait. I was just very fortunate to accidentally mention to my mom on the phone, and my mom is a retired nurse practitioner. She is a medical person, and if Jeff's cancer really saved my life because if he had not had cancer, I would not have been talking to my mom on the phone about thinking that my bleeding was just stress. I would have just thought it was stress, and I wouldn't have gone to the doctor. I would have just thought, man, it's taking me forever to go through menopause. I thought I was done, but gosh darn it, I started back up again. And I would have just put up with it. And I probably would have waited a year before seeing my doctor, at my next well check. And by then I would have had full-blown cancer. But instead, my power word was health and travel. And my health, uh, by the end of 2024, was fabulous. By the end of
Wait, your word was
2024,
fabulous?
that could be a foul
That
word,
could
though. It could
be.
be fabulous. You could think about ways to be more fabulous and do fabulous things and look for fabulous, wonderful friends. I don't know, a lot of things you could do. That could be a power word. But
It's
no, but health and travel was my power words, and they were really, it was really amazing, and it made a difference for me. Yeah.
Can we ask if anybody else is? It sounds like at least one person has a black screen right now. If you can't
Oh
see,
no.
if you can't see us and the slide right now,
Can you let us
can you
know?
let us know in the
Oh gosh.
in the
It's still, well, you
chat?
may need to reload your live if the screen is still black. Oh, so you guys
Well,
haven't been able to see my
or
slideshow
maybe
too?
reload it on their end, maybe? Is that what
I
that
don't
means?
know. You know what? Look on your phone,
Oh,
Jeff, and see if
okay.
you see us.
Okay.
And thank
Sorry.
you, Grant. I really appreciate you. Oh, you know what? It's showing my oh, it says, wait, let me go again. Click on it again. I have 22 views. So people have been able to view. No, that won't even let me click on it.
Uh,
My phone is why won't it let me click on it? All right, go back. View channel.
Sorry.
Sorry. There we go. I can see myself now.
You can?
Yep,
Okay.
that's us and that's this. Oh, okay,
Okay.
so
So at
hopefully
least
it's
some
all
people
working
can see.
now.
If you can't
Yeah. Oh,
see us,
Deb says she
maybe
can see me. Thank you so much, Deb.
maybe
I
refreshing your
appreciate
screen
that.
might make it come back.
Yeah. And I want to thank Grant not only for letting me know that for a while there I was black, but thank you, Grant, for giving me a super sticker. We love you bunches. Thank you so much. You made my heart smile today. I appreciate you. All right, so health and travel. It was like another miracle. That was our power word, and we had some health struggles, but we also had health success. And Jeff got, like I say, Jeff did get rid of his bladder cancer for a whole year, from November of 23. It took us until November of 24 to be able to travel again. Because by the time Jeff was healthy enough to travel, I needed to have a hysterectomy, and then I had to recover from that before I could start traveling. But we did, actually, I think October of 2024, we went on a huge trip. We were gone for what, 6 weeks? I think we traveled for 6 weeks in October, all of part of October and half of November and half of October. Um, no, maybe all of October and half of
A
November.
long time.
But anyway, we were gone for 6 weeks. We went on
Weeks.
our longest travel ever, and Jeff retired July 1st of 2024. So we could do some traveling, and we wouldn't have to worry so much about if his health was going to go bad again. And it's stressful missing so much work when you're trying to recover
Do you want to see the
from
last slide
surgeries.
now?
So here is our power words for 2025. 2025, Jeff had never chosen a power word before, but after Grace worked out so well for us, for me, especially, choosing Grace in 23, and our health ended up getting better after having some challenges, but then it got better in 2024, and I lost a lot of weight in 2024, and it was a healing year for sure. So for 2025, Jeff decided he would do a word too.
Well, you know
And we
what?
both chose a power word.
When you're confronted with something like cancer and you don't know for sure if how it's going to resolve, or what's going to happen. Uh, Sometimes it can make you scared.
Yeah.
But then Gina told me, we're going to go out, we're going to do this trip, and you should just embrace change. I don't know, did you say that to me, or did I just get that impression from how you were talking to me?
Well, there was a
You're
lot
going
of
to bought this
places.
van, and you're not going to go out there and
Oh, yeah.
embrace this
Yeah, so,
change
like,
and
Jeff was
stuff.
like, he didn't
You're
wanna go
right.
in the mountains, and he didn't wanna
No, I
go,
do want to go
a
in
few
them.
well,
Well,
at the
anyway,
time,
there's
you were a
some,
little nervous about that kinda
yeah,
stuff, and so Jeff decided that he was going to embrace the fear and do it anyway.
yes.
And so that way we could really do a lot more exploring. And my word for 2025 was explore. And what Jeff's was embrace. And what was really exciting with explore and embrace, it was probably at some point in January or February, I had Mayor Mindy on as a guest on a Manjaro Monday Live, sharing how she had lost about 100. I think she wasn't a full 100 pounds lost at that video, but she's done one with me since she's lost over 100 pounds too. But Mayor Mindy said, "Did you see the downsized is doing a cruise? You should go on this cruise." And I said, "Oh, Mindy, I've always wanted to go on a cruise. I have begged Jeff for 35 years of marriage to take me on a cruise." And Jeff always said, no, that he would never, ever, ever, ever go on a cruise. He had no desire to go on a cruise. And every time there would be anything wrong that happens with the cruise and it'd be on the news, he'd say,
The whole
"See,
ship got
yeah,
norovirus.
aren't you glad we're not on a cruise?" And he was never going to go on a cruise with me ever. And when that video ended, I got to talk to Mindy a little bit longer after the live was over. And Mindy said, Gina, Jeff shared his power word is embrace,
And
and
that
your
is
power word
true.
is explore. You should tell Jeff, just go one time and embrace the fear and do it anyway. And I was like, oh, that's true. That was Jeff's power word. And
Yeah,
remember, he's
you
never
got to throw
had a,
that in my
I know,
face.
and he'd never had picked a power word
No, I
before,
never had.
but it was my third year doing a power word. And so I went to Jeff and I said, I tell you what, Jeff, I promise you that I will never nag you again to go on a cruise if you go on at least one cruise with me and we go on the downsized cruise together. And if you hate it, I will never ask you again. You'll never have to go again, and I'll never ask you again. Now, I'll probably go on another
And
cruise.
I
I'll
was
just go
fine
with
with that.
girlfriends. But, and he said he would. Actually, it was so funny. Before the downsized announced that they were doing a cruise, it was around Christmas time, and my power word, being explore, deciding that, our power word was going to be explore. And I told Jeff I really would love to go on a cruise. And Jeff said he would really never go on a cruise with me. But he said, I tell you what, Gina, I will pay for you to go on a cruise with one of your girlfriends as long as I don't have to go. You can go and I'll pay for you, but I don't ever want to go. So my girlfriend Nora said she'd go on a cruise with me. And she goes on lots of cruises and stuff. And so I was gonna possibly do one with Nora, but I don't think Nora could go to the downsized one. She wasn't available that week to be able to do that one with me. And I told Jeff I really, really wanted to go. And if he could just embrace the fear and do it anyway, just one time with me. If he hated it, he'd never have to do it again.
But Mindy kind of,
Oh, Mindy really,
yes,
really put the push on
for
there. And you know what? Um, Even though for 35 years, just like it took Jeff 30 years to convince me to do an RV, to purchase an RV and go
that is
RVing
true.
with him. Uh, and so he took him 30 years to talk me into that. Um, it took me 35 years to get Jeff to go on one cruise, but it was the power word. And Jeff is a man of his word. I mean, he's always been a man of his word. If he promises you he's going to do something, he's going to try as hard as he can to keep that promise. And so it was kind of like a promise to both of us. our power word, that we were going to explore, and Jeff was going to embrace the fear and do it anyway.
So is the next slide,
Yeah.
um,
So show her, and I finally was able to, the date was perfect when Tabitha did her vision board, and I was able to go. And so this is my first ever big vision board to do, other than, the one I did on one piece of paper with some crayons, but at Tabitha's. And she has all the supplies and stuff. Anyone who lives in Arizona, I know Tabitha will be doing one of these again in January. I highly recommend it. She has the boards in different sizes, and she has a bazillion magazines with pictures you can cut out and cut out words and she's got stickers. My word explore and Jeff's word embrace are done with stickers, letters, alphabet stickers, that I was able to create those words. And uh, I had so much fun putting this together. And I remember when I left for it, Jeff said, "You're going to be using um, cut up pieces of magazine and stuff. You're not going to make me put this on the wall, are you?" And I said, "I'll just hang it up in my anchor room. But yeah, I'm going to want it on the wall. That's kind of like a neat thing to do when you have a power word and you do a vision board." And this is my first true fancy vision board. When I came home with this, Jeff loved it, and he bought a frame and framed it. So we could hang it in the house, and and to put it up in the kitchen. So anyway, that's what my vision board looked like for last year. And we did go on the downsize cruise,
yep.
and we do have a playlist. We did a bunch of videos each day of the cruise, and there's even a funny one, the first night that we were not on the ship. It's a short where Jeff and I had some pillow talk, and Jeff was so sad he wasn't on the boat anymore, and it was hilarious. And I got the giggles, and it's just a really funny short of that. It's a real fun one to watch. But it was amazing. And not only did we get to go on a cruise, gosh, we went on a 7-week RV trip in the spring, and we got to visit Mayor Mindy, at her house, and we did a live in her kitchen. We even got to see what was in her fridge. As what does someone who's lost 100 pounds, what are they eating? What's in their fridge? And if you want to know, check out that video that I have of Mayor Mindy back in, gosh, I think March of 2025. And we also got to visit Barb, Health at Any Cost. We got to see her place in Florida, and we got to spend time with Barb. And we did another live with Barb too, which was really fun. Um, we did a lot of exploring. We saw a lot of states that we've never been to before. It
We did
was
27.
wonderful. Yeah, we've done 27 states so far in our van Grace. And we did, like I say, we did a 7-week trip in the spring where we met Barb and Mindy. And then we went on an 8-week trip in this summer, and we got to meet Robin Lockwood and in Minnesota. And even though I grew up in Illinois, I'd never been to Minnesota before. So it was so fun exploring Minnesota. We explored a lot of states, and we really had a lot of fun. And our power word worked. So here it is. The end of December, getting really close. We're just a few days from Christmas and getting ready for January 1st. But I can look back and go, wow, Jeff and I really did our New Year's resolution. And it was simple because it was just a word. But look how powerful a word can be. And so now it's time for us to think about what we want our power word to be for 2026. And I'm hoping that by sharing the story of the last 3 years that I've chosen a power word, and the one year last year, Jeff choosing a power word, how it really can be transformative. I mean, you can change a lot about your life. So I just go like this.
Uh-huh.
You can change some things in your life just by choosing a word and focusing on one word for a year. And you can even just write, you don't have to do a big creative vision board. My first year, the word was grace, and I didn't have a vision board. I didn't even write grace on a piece of paper, but I put grace in my heart. And I thought about grace at least every week or two. Something would happen and I'd think, oh, I need to give myself some grace. Or, oops, I maybe should give that person some grace. Or, oops, right now, I need to stop and pray and ask God for grace. So, and then I had a van named Grace. And and I have been able to travel. We've been able to travel in Grace, and we've had just so many wonderful adventures, and we've met wonderful people. I think for me, it's not so much all the things that we could see in the van, it's all the people we got to meet while traveling in a van. We did a lot of harvest hosts where we would stay at wineries and breweries in their parking lot and churches in their parking lot and churches that we don't even normally attend, but we attended their church service to thank them for letting us stay in their parking lot. We stayed in museum parking lots. We stayed in farms and got to meet the farmers and chat with them. And so many new friends we got to see. And I I saw my roommate from college. I got
You
to
saw
visit my
my
friend
sister
Charla.
and her family.
Yeah, we got to see Jeff's sister that we'd never been to her house in North Carolina. North Carolina?
Uh-huh.
In North Carolina. We There was just so many places that we've never been before, and we saw family members we hadn't seen in a long time, and I saw friends that I grew up with in one way or another that I had not seen in a long time. It really was just a lovely year of exploring. And now I need a new word for 2026, and so does Jeff. If you would like in the chat, if you have an idea
There are some people who shared
for
some.
a word that you think would be good for either me or for Jeff, please put it in there. I have an idea of a word that I think I'm going to be using this year because I keep running into this word, but I don't have to totally 100% choose it because you might pick a word, suggest a word that will might change my mind that yours might be the better one. So we shall see. I am wearing a shirt that one year I might choose this as my power word, believe. To believe in myself, to believe in others, to believe in dreams, um, to have a stronger faith. So believe could be a really good power word. There are so many fabulous power words. And you could be like me and be between two, like the year that I did health and travel. Um, and maybe you have two together for your power words for the year. But you don't want to choose too many in that you want to make it simple because you want to complete this. You're going to be successful. 2026 is going to be your year. Let's do it. Let's make 2026 our best year ever. And pick a word that you feel in your heart resonates with you and will be your word for 2026. And do you
I'm
want,
thinking of one.
are you thinking of one?
Ready to share it
You're
yet.
not ready to share it yet?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll
I kind of
do
want to
one of
mull it over.
mull it over. And when you mull it over, let's go back to the slides. When you mull it over, Jeff,
Yeah.
backwards, go back to
This one?
this one.
Okay.
If you have more than one that you're mulling over, writing it down somewhere and then looking at it, maybe first thing in the morning or before you go to bed at night. You could even have it in a drawer that you open up the drawer and take a quick peek and then close the drawer and think about it and pray about it. And I'm excited to hear what your word will be, because really it's been pretty amazing. And I'm so thankful that last year your word was embrace, because it really was a game changer. It really was. And Jeff drove in the mountains too, and on some scary mountain passes, but he got us to beautiful places, which was pretty neat too.
That was scary.
Scary times, but it was still fun times. Living on the edge.
All right. Are you ready
All
to
right. Yeah,
let's see what we got.
what our shipmates have
That
to
was you.
say.
Here we go. That was you. And there you go. And I'll let you take care of clicking on the
Oh,
comments,
okay.
Gina.
All right. And so Denise, hey. She says, hello,
Do you want to
Gervais. And yes, I am Gina. Oh, so Denise
click on the,
knows.
the person right there?
Okay.
That one.
Oh, yes, we can get it.
There we
There
go.
we
There we
go.
go.
I asked first, uh, are you ready to end 2025 strong and start fresh in 2026? Have you thought of your power word for 2026? And Denise said yes. She does know her power word. So I'm hoping that she is going to share it with us. And and we got Laura in the house too. And she says, "Hi, shipmates. Yes, I'm eager to get 2026 started." Me too.
Cool beans. Those your word?
You could do cool
Cool
beans, I
beans.
suppose. And Denise says, great question. So she's thinking.
Me too.
And we got Traveling Tea in the house too. Hey, Traveling Tea. And we got Cindy, Tess the Bulldog's mom, in the house too. Yay. And Grant. Oh, and how is Mrs. Grant? Yes. Christy, how is Christy doing after her
I think there's
skin
some
removal
comments in here.
surgery? Hopefully he's going to let us
Yes.
know. And Grant saying hey to everybody, and he says she's doing great.
Yay.
Moving better each day. Follow-up appointment on Thursday. And Grant, we would love to have Christy as a guest on our show whenever she is ready. She has an open invitation. And we're going to visit Grant at his house in West Virginia this year, in the spring sometime. We don't have a date set yet, but at some point when we are getting closer, Grant, we'll let you know.
We'll give
And
you a refrigerator warning.
yeah. Yeah, because we do want to see what's in your fridge. Grant's lost 75 pounds or more. The last I heard, he was down 75 pounds already. Yay! And Grant says, I'd say my power word for 2026 is compassion.
It's really good.
That is a fantastic word, Grant. And Grant does have a lot of compassion. He's been so wonderful in our Anchor Moment community.
Don't click
And
on the
right now,
comments.
I'm sure he's got a lot of compassion for his wife healing from her surgery too. And Grant says compassion for others and compassion in everything I do. Oh, that is
That's
a
good.
beautiful power word, Grant. And Grant says, what word does everyone else think for themselves for 2026? Yeah, let us know. If you have a power word, if you already know what your power word is going to be. And I need glasses.
Uh,
It's somebody from North Dakota. Yay! And I went to North Dakota this year too. It was my first time in North Dakota. Thank you. And it was my first time in South Dakota as well. Oh, that's so much better. This is from T. Locken, 63, coming to us from North Dakota. And Denise is coming to us from Mississippi. And Denise, um, we'll be traveling through Mississippi probably on our way to Florida and then later to see Grant.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
If
a
you would
tall
be
state. I
interested,
don't know.
it kind of depends. We go along 10
We have been going along
usually.
10.
Along 10 is an easy way for us
Get to
to
Florida.
skedaddle over to Florida. But maybe we could meet you somewhere. If you aren't too terribly far from I-10 or you know a nice town that has a cute little coffee shop or something
And
or
we can go back a different way, but we have to kind of also think about the weather.
yeah, we do a
And
lot.
sometimes of year, the further north you go, it might be a problem.
Yeah, and we
Uh,
travel by the seat of our pants. So we don't usually know exactly what day we're going to be places, but when we are, you can ask me or Mindy. When we're getting close to your house, you do get text messages from me saying, "Hey,
Clean the fridge.
no, we didn't do that. I didn't know I was going to look at her fridge. It was a lot
I
of
didn't
care
know
during a
either.
while during the live, but we will give you some notes that we're getting closer and we can sleep in our van, so we don't have to sleep inside your house. But and sometimes we could just meet you at a restaurant somewhere and just spend an afternoon. We did that with Robin Lockwood.
Yeah.
And that was kind of fun. She met us at our harvest host and it was at a winery and it was beautiful. Um, and let's see. We're all just saying hi to each other. And we're just so glad that Grant's wife's doing great.
Yay.
Oh, good. And T.
Oh,
Locken
I
says
like it.
our power words for the next year are growth and endurance. Wow, those are really
I like those.
powerful words. Those are great. Those are great. And do know, um, there's no such thing in the power word community of you can't do another a word that somebody else is doing. Yes, you can. So if anybody else's power word hits your heart and you go, oh,
Oh,
I'd like
that's
to do that this year too. You can. Be thinking. But those are fantastic growth and endurance. Oh, I love that. And Denise says, I'm thinking of these two words, strength and or stronger, because I need to build muscle mass and also stronger in everything I do for
wow.
someone.
That's great.
Yeah.
I like
And
that too.
yes, that is a really good one. And Jeff and I, we are new to lifting weights, strength training, and we just started doing that in October. In October, and it's really making a difference, you guys. I just a quick win for this week. This last week, I didn't lose any new pounds, so I'm up and down the same 2 or 3 pounds, but I'm still in Wonderland, so that is all great. So I'm between,
That's good,
yes,
Tina.
so I'm still in Wonderland, and
That
it's
was a
so
goal.
exciting, which was the goal.
A
And
goal.
so I am down 50 pounds since I took my first shot in on January 10th of 2024. I am down 50 pounds. Um, but I have been wearing the same pants for all 50 pounds weight loss. I have stretchy pants.
Well, you've changed your pants.
Well, yeah, but I had a bunch of black stretchy pants, and then I had some stretchy pants that are just like this pair that I'm wearing right now. Uh, I don't know if I don't know if they can see my pants, but
Well,
these
they're pretty
pants,
black.
they're pretty
It's
black.
hard to see,
Yeah,
Tina.
actually, these are navy blue because my shirt
Well,
is also
it's
navy blue,
pretty
but it's
dark.
hard to tell. But anyway, uh, these stretchy pants I got at Costco, and I was wearing a double XL stretchy pant, and because it was stretchy, I could lose 50 pounds and they still fit, kinda. But this last week, um, I was noticing my pants were starting to fall down. That as I'm walking places, I'm having to constantly pull my pants up and pull my
Because you're
pants up and pull
falling?
my pants up. And my phone's kind of heavy too, and to kind of pull on it. But they were really getting loose. And I remembered in my closet that I had bought a pair of just XL pants instead of double XL. And I wondered if they would fit. And I'm wearing them right now. They do fit. And then I went to one of my favorite stores. They had these 1 day sales and they had a super sale and on some really pretty jeans. And I have not bought jeans since I started losing weight. And 50 pounds ago, I was in a size 20 jean and they were tight. And I didn't want to buy a 22. But I probably was a 22 because it would be like I couldn't put my jeans in the dryer. When I'd wash them, I'd have to hang them because they couldn't shrink even the slightest bit because they were tight. And my 20s were tight. And I didn't buy any 18s. I was just waiting to go down, but I fit in a Chico's has like these weird fun sizes, and a Chico size 3 is like a size 16. And I couldn't wear Chico's pants. I could wear their shirts because their shirts are stretchy, and I'm still wearing my size 3 Chico shirts.
And
Uh,
wait, wait, and what's smaller than 0?
Double zero. They have a double zero. I know. I know, it's weird. But, now on their pants, it says Chico size 3, and then in parentheses, it says USA size 16. And, I tried on a pair of Chico's pants that would be like of jeans that would be like a size 16. They fit. And actually, one of them that I tried on, it was a relaxed fit size 16, and it was too big. So I had to do their size 2.5, which is it said it was a size 14. So that was really exciting for me this week and was a big win. And a size 14 and a size 16 in the United States for women's clothing, you can buy those in any clothing store, any clothing store. So I don't have to go to a store that's only for women who are very overweight. I can now shop for pants, pants in regular stores. And so that is a huge win for me. So I got a little excited and I've
That's a
bought
good win.
yeah, that's a good win. So I have bought 3 pairs of pants. They were on sale. They were on really good sales, but it was so exciting to be able to wear pants from a normal size clothes. I'm more of a pear shaped, and so I have a bigger tush and legs is where I carry most of my weight. And so I've been able to buy, if the shirt is stretchy or a little flowy, I could buy in a regular women's store, but I never could for pants. And now I can shop anywhere, which to me is a huge win. And that was my big win this week is that I can wear new pants that are smaller. And Grant says, my wife has her journey open to public if you'd like to follow at this link.
Oh, I
Yeah, and I am following Christy. She has a Facebook page where she's sharing how she lost 140 pounds not using a GLP-1. So Grant and his wife are like me and Jeff. Um, I have type 2 diabetes, and my Mounjaro is covered on my health insurance. And Jeff does not have diabetes, and he's trying to lose weight just the regular way, without the tool of a GLP-1. And Grant, he has type 2 diabetes, and but his A1C is phenomenal now and is in the normal range since he's been taking Mounjaro. And his wife has been losing weight with him, and she has been doing it just the old fashioned way without any GLP-1 tools. And she does have a wonderful Facebook group where she's sharing some of the things that she's
I'll
doing.
have to look that up.
Yeah,
I
it's
have
really nice. It's really nice. The last I checked, she only had, maybe 5 or 6 posts, but they're all excellent. And that's going to be really interesting following her journey of healing
You can
from
help
her
me
skin
find it, make
removal
sure that I
surgery.
find it.
Yep, I'll help you find it, Jeff.
Okay.
Yep, and everyone's so glad that Grant's wife is doing really well, he said, which is awesome. And Grant says, those sure sound like great words, you guys, good power words. And T. Locken says, it was weigh-in day today. Husband is down 44 pounds. Wow, on
That's
my
great.
29 shots. I'm down 109 in 52 weeks. That's fantastic. 1 year Terraversity for her Terzepatide versary, December 20th, 2025. Wow, I am so impressed. And if you'd like to be a guest on my show, the two of you together, I would love to have you guys as a couple on as a guest. Just email me at Gina@anchormoments.com. And you want to put that?
Want me to?
Sure. And while we're putting that up there, if you guys would take just a moment to like this video, that
If you
would
haven't
really make a difference. And
subscribed,
if you haven't subscribed, we would love to have you be one of our shipmates, and it's free. We don't charge for memberships. Everybody's a shipmate who subscribes to Anchor Moments.
you don't even have to swab the deck
You don't even have to swap the deck, mateys,
or walk the plank. Are you done with it?
unless you're a troll.
Yes.
Trolls have to walk the plank, but
Okay,
that's it.
trolls.
Yep.
Let's
Oh, there we
some
go.
comments.
Yep, and back to
There we
comments.
go.
And we have to
One
scroll
more.
back to, because well, let's see. Where
Yeah,
did,
we
oh,
just
there,
finished this one.
yep, Terzepatide adversary. And Traveling Tea says, I haven't come up with one word yet. Perhaps thankful suits me. Oh, that's a beautiful
You're
word.
thinking about that one too.
Thankful or gratitude.
Uh-huh.
Gratitude is a really good one. That is awesome. Yay. Yeah, that's a lot of weight loss. Oh my gosh. Happy to Terraversary or Terzeversary.
Keep on going then.
Oh, and Denise says, I'm so thankful for Compound because otherwise I couldn't have been able to afford the meds. And that is, yeah, and those are some great power words too. And Laura says, my power words for 2026 are love and respect. Oh, those are wonderful, Laura. I like that. Yep, those are great. And then Grant gave us the super sticker. Love him. And Grant says, you may need, oh yeah, but we're not black anymore. Now people can see us. Yay.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Grant.
Oh, that may be it. That if I went blank for a minute and then it stayed that way, yeah, to leave and then come back.
Or just refresh.
Refresh. Oh yeah, refreshing helps too. And then you don't even have to leave. Oh, good,
Oh,
good,
and
good.
there she says,
She can see me now. Yes, I hit refresh. It's okay now.
yay.
Oh, good. So refresh was the way to go. Yay. Hey, and hi, Patty. Welcome. And we got Tess in the house too. Woohoo! From Oklahoma. And Tess is down 77 pounds.
Wow.
Wow, that's awesome. And if you'd ever like to be on our show too, Tess, let us know. Anybody, if you're on a Mounjaro journey and would like to, that would be great. And we got Deb Zimmerman in the house. Woohoo! Yay! Hey, and JC Calamity Jane is here, and she was a guest on Anchor Moments recently. So nice to have you here. What's your power word for this next year,
Jen?
Calamity Jane? JC? Jennifer's her real name. Yep. And oh, she's
Wait,
decluttering.
listening. Oh,
Yep.
and declutter.
And decluttering.
Oh, that's a good word.
Declutter.
I
Whew,
mean,
that is a powerful word. Declutter.
I like the feeling that I get when I declutter.
I
Man, and I
yeah.
really need someplace to
Oh,
declutter.
we have a lot of decluttering we need to do in this house. We've lived in the same house for 34 out of our
I mean,
35 years of marriage. Yeah.
maybe that's, I don't know. I have to mull it over a little bit.
Yeah, declutter is a good one. And Denise says, I love this story. Oh, thank you. Grant says, I can't wait for the cruise this year. If I can get it paid off. Oh, I know. Um, and Jeff and I are going on this year's downsize cruise. Jeff loved cruising, and so now I don't have to fight him to go on a cruise anymore. So the first, actually, when we were on the ship, they gave the date for the following year and said if anyone wants to sign up today, you can. And we were second in line. I remember someone was in line right ahead of us, but we all just made a beeline to the back of the room where we could sign up, and we signed up for this year. So
I
I
think
look
she
forward
made
to
the
it.
beeline.
I did. When I asked Jeff, I turned to him and said, "Can we go?" And he said, "Yes." I was like, "Boom!" I was there. I was there signing us up. And I think it's June 4th through 8th of
Yeah,
2026. Jeff, that is what my husband says about cruises. Yeah, I'm telling you, Jeff did for the longest time. But did you have fun, dear?
I did. And at 10 o'clock or 10:30, that's when they closed the ice cream bar.
So yeah,
I know that's a terrible reason to go on a cruise, but every so often you just need a little bit of ice cream.
oh yeah, that was our special evening
Yeah.
treat. We would go and get ice cream, but then we'd walk around a bunch
Right,
too.
right.
Yeah.
And and that was one of the reasons I was afraid to go on a cruise because I thought, oh shoot, what if I just sit around all day and there's an endless buffet? Will I just eat and just gain a bunch of weight? And I actually
Mm, we
I
didn't.
didn't.
Mm-mm. That 8-week trip when we came home, I think Jeff was even down.
I
Weren't
think
you
we're
down
down like
like a
a
pound or
couple
two?
of pounds, yeah,
Yeah. I
which
was
is
up two
amazing.
pounds, but only 2 pounds in 8 weeks' time. And every week I'm either up or down 1 or 2 pounds. That's kind of how I go anyway. So there was no big weight gain for all of that traveling. And
Yeah.
including the week that we were on that cruise. And no, but we did a lot of walking and a lot of dancing and a lot of, I don't know, a
You
lot of
did you did
activity.
dancing?
Well, Jeff didn't dance. He's not a dancer either, but I danced with the ladies a little bit. It was fun.
Okay.
It was fun. Ooh, Sin's word is accountability is the word that keeps coming in my mind.
That's a
Oh,
good one
that's a
too.
good one, Sin. Accountability. Well, you can get promotions and stuff with that word. That is a great word. Cindy's fridge is ready for us. All right. And I really want to visit you, Cindy. We've been saying that, Cindy, for a long time. We just got to get to Tennessee. And Pam says, so happy to hear Christy's doing better each day too. And Pam knows because she's had that same surgery. And she was so sweet. She's been on a guest on my show a couple of times. Pam, Mounjaro Journey with Pam, she's lost 160 pounds on her GLP-1. And she had a hernia surgery. And she's like, hey, doc, while you're going in there fixing my hernia, can I have some skin removal too? And just do it, do kind of a twofer. And so she had both at the same time and has shared, and she shared her journey on an Anchor Moment show with us. So I really appreciate that. And she has her own YouTube channel you should check out. And she has some stuff about it there too. I believe she has a playlist about that. Ooh, Calamity Jane thinks her
I
word
picked
is
that one.
possibilities. Oh, that's a really good word. And to be open to possibilities. And if you pray that every day, God, please help me to be open to possibilities and to see possibilities. Just imagine how much different your life will be in a year. You know, that is great. because you're going to end up finding a lot of opportunities you would have missed if you weren't looking for those possibilities. And Grant says, "Hey, Pam, thanks again for your continued advice." Oh, yeah, because she's got a lot of it for that kind of surgery. Absolutely. And that is a great word. Hey, Cindy's thinking maybe
Steadfast.
steadfast. Oh, that is a really good word. And Pam says, "I like my power word of adventure this year. And I was thinking of doing the same. I'm living our adventures."
That's great.
You could use the same word more than one year in a row. Absolutely. There are no rules. There are
Oh,
no rules. That's the
you could
best part.
you could do adventures with an
And put
S
an
on the end.
S on it this
Yeah,
year.
because maybe
Now, what did
you had an
adventure?
adventure last year, and now you're
We have an
having adventures.
adventures for this year. Yeah.
Well,
There you
just a
go.
suggestion.
That's a great suggestion, though, Jeff. After you go to West Virginia, come up to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Are they close? I don't know.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's going to depend on the weather, but maybe because we're going to go in the late winter, early spring,
Well,
probably.
well,
But we need
in
to do in the summer
February,
too.
yeah, in February, we're not going too far north, I don't think. It can be pretty
Yeah.
snowy.
Well, we can handle cold. The snow and ice will be an issue. We'll just have to watch the
Yeah.
weather. Because how many times have we gone to Illinois for Christmas and there was no snow and no ice and the roads were fine? It'll depend.
Yeah.
It'll depend. That's why we wing it.
Yeah, I'm
That's
not
why
worried
we
about
wing
the
it.
cold, except for
But
driving on ice.
wouldn't it be cool to go to Pennsylvania in the summer?
Absolutely.
Because we do want to hit like Maine and those kind of places where there's no way we're going to be able to make it to Maine this spring. Um, and it would be too, that's really going far up.
But
But
those
we
states
are
are
going to go.
smaller.
That is true, and you can hit more,
Get more of them.
maybe.
We'll see.
But yeah, we fly by the seat of
Seat
our
of our
pants,
pants.
and depending on the weather, but maybe. And Denise says, "Let us know. We camp at Camp Cajun
Cajun
RV in
Biloxi.
Biloxi." Ooh, you want to write that down real
Where that
quick?
is.
Or take a picture of
Okay.
this little
Well,
picture of that real quick before I go to the next one. That sounds like fun.
there we go.
Okay. Maybe we
Thanks.
can meet you and we can each have bring our own RVs at the same time and camp together. And Manjaro Journey with Pam says, "I'm so happy to be able to share my experience too. And we're glad you do it." Praying for Christy. Absolutely. And T. Locken says, "My first name is Terry." No way. Don't know why YouTube changed my username. Terry Locken.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Jeff's
You know
uh
what? I have another YouTube channel that I created when I had a certain or Gmail. It asked me for a Gmail address or something like
mhm.
that, and I wanted to choose Jeff Lebenz, and it did something else. I've had that happen to me too. So I think it may have to do with how the account was first set up that it's based off of, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Jeff used to work with a really neat man named Terry Locke. So kind of it's Terry Locken. So when we see T Locken, it shouldn't be too hard for us to remember that her name is Terry. Or are you a girl Terry or a boy Terry?
I'm
Because I
sorry.
can't tell the picture there. It looks like maybe husband wife
Here,
though. Uh, and I have Terrys that are girls, that friends named Terry that are girls, and the person that Jeff worked with, Terry was a boy. Terry,
it was actually a man.
I mean a man. Well,
Yeah.
Aw. And Grant says, "I have to say that the assisted pull-ups machine is my hardest weight exercise yet." Yeah, I can't do pull-ups yet, but maybe at some point.
I'm getting close.
Yeah. And Pam says, "I think explore can be a great word for me this next year." And it works with your adventures, to explore new things. And Pam says, "I want to ride a horse and go on a cruise." You should join us on the downsize cruise, Pam. It is so much fun. So much fun. We had a blast. I felt like I was a high school kid again, or maybe college because I could drink. And A Barnett's in the house. She said, "So proud of you. Wear those jeans, girlfriend. Thank you." I'll put them on next week. I will put them on next week and on the next live and show it. They're super cute. And Pam says, I like strength and getting to be stronger too. Yeah, strength and stronger, both good power words. Yeah. Uh, Grant's wife, Christy, is beautiful. And Sin says, letting go of what never served you.
That's
Yes.
when I was mulling in my head.
Really?
Yeah,
For
let
next year.
let go.
Let go.
Yeah,
You would sleep more if you did.
I think I would. One of
That's a really
one of
good one.
my mantras is, those worries aren't going to worry themselves. You have to, have to get up and worry some.
Yeah. No, he gets up in the middle of the
But
night. He
maybe
can't
I
get
can
back to
let
sleep.
it go.
Yeah. Let it
Yeah,
go.
I like
Yep.
that one.
Let go. Oh, letting go. That is really good. Works with forgiveness too. A lot of forgiveness is letting go.
Well, that's good.
My power word, consistent. Oh, that's a fantastic word, especially if you're on a GLP-1. Being consistent can really pay off. It doesn't
It's
serve
right,
you.
right.
Yep. So letting go is good. And Pam says, I need to declutter and start making a budget. Even budget or budgeting could be a power word. Is that cruise on Royal Caribbean? Yes, it's
Is it?
on Royal Caribbean. It's June 4th through the 8th. And if you go to, I think it's downsize.org, is there either downsize.org or downsized.com is the downsized website. And there's a place there that you can click on about the cruise. And it tells you about it. It's a cruise in the Caribbean. We're going to leave from Miami on June 4th and make it back on June 8th. And then it has there where you can sign up. And it's going to be super fun. And they have the swag bag with t-shirts and all kinds of fun stuff for you too. And Mounjaro Journey with Pam says, yes, I'm so glad I asked and pursued asking about skin removal too. Yes. What a great prayer to pray. I'm on it. Yay. And Grant says, yes, it's on RC's Freedom of the Seas. Royal
Caribbean.
Caribbean's Freedom of the Seas is the ship we're going to be sailing on June 4th through 8th. And we get to go to Coco Cay in the Bahamas. Great word. Yep. Awesome. Okay. And Terry is female. Thanks, Terry. And she changed the user.
Oh,
Okay. Yep. And Christy does look just beautiful. And Grant said, did y'all book the hotel for the night before Gina on June 3rd? Now, remember, Grant and everyone here, you can book a hotel anywhere on January 3rd, or I mean, on June 3rd, if you're going on the cruise. But the people who, what do they call it? The travel agent that sets up the downsized cruise. Um, we have an opportunity to all be in the same hotel the night before the cruise. And it's really kind of fun because then you get to meet some of the people before you get on the cruise, and we go out to dinner that night, the night before. And so it's a good opportunity to be able to meet a lot of people that are going on the cruise. But you wouldn't have to stay in that hotel. You could stay in in a different hotel if you wish, but they will have a block of rooms or something at a discount. And I know you have a discount too with your timeshare and stuff. But ask and see. And I have no idea what hotel that's going to be yet. I haven't heard.
does the downsized have that information on their website?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know if they've chosen the room yet, but we shall see. All right. Well, that is all the
Don't, no,
comments
it
we
isn't.
have. It's not.
I have a comment.
Oh,
Take your
okay.
shot.
Oh my gosh, I almost didn't take my shot. Okay. Oh my goodness. And it's my 101st shot.
Not if you don't take it.
Not if I don't take it. All right. And this, uh, I think I'm going to do my
Hey,
stomach because that's going to be the easiest. Now that I'm not wearing like crazy big pants that I could just pull up because I'm now wearing pants that fit. And actually, they're almost a little loose. I think I could go down another size in these
Oh,
stretchy pants.
Grant wrote they posted it on their Facebook page,
Oh, good. What's the hotel?
and Grant wrote Embassy. I'm not sure, is that the name of the hotel?
Oh, probably Embassy Suites
Okay.
would be my guess. Embassy Suites. Okay. There we go.
Are you going to take that
Now you gotta take
gray
the
part off?
lid off first, or you'll ruin the shot. So after you've cleaned yourself off, take off the lid. Okay. And then there is a lock and unlock. And so I just have to twist the cap. And I'm going to twist the cap when it's on when I've already got it on my stomach, at least 2 inches from your belly button, because right here is fibrous and they don't want you to do your shot there. So you
You
have to
want
be
to do
two
it
inches
in the
away
fat.
in the fat.
Did you unlock it
No,
yet?
nope. Now it's unlocked. So I just twist it.
Okay.
It's unlocked. And then I'm
2
going
clicks.
to
Ready?
hold it down until we hear 2 clicks.
1, 2.
Dun, 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 dun.
Easy as
Done.
pie.
Easy peasy.
There we go. And I know what you want to do.
And now I want to see, oh, wait, we got a couple more comments, and then we're going to see
Those
who wears a
comments
crown
I already read.
today. You did?
Yeah, out loud.
Okay.
While you were doing your thing.
All righty. Let's see. And top fans tonight. Third place is Sin, 551. And second place is Terry. Yay! And third place is Sin, second place is Terry, and first place is Grant. Yay! All right, everybody. Next Sunday, we are going to be doing food intelligence. I believe chapter 9. It's a really good book, you guys, if you're looking, and you can find that on our Amazon
favorites.
Where is that at? Where's the Amazon favorites? This.
It's right there.
There we go. You can find it on the Amazon favorites. Really good, you guys. If you want to get yourself a Christmas present or Hanukkah present, food intelligence, really good, really good.
It doesn't cost you any more by starting there, but if you do, we get a teensy bit.
Yeah, I don't know, a teeny bit, but it does support, so we do appreciate that. And all right, I think that's it. And then we'll see you next Monday. There's something else?
Yeah.
Oh.
How about this one?
Aw, thank you, Denise. She said, great live.
This one.
Oh, I've got Sandy in the house. I'm getting in right when you guys are finishing up. Sorry about that, Sandy. It was a really good one, though. You're going to want to watch the replay on this one. And then in the comments, you guys, when you're watching our replay, let us know, what word do you think this year is going to be your power word? And if you have a good idea for a power word for me or Jeff, please put it in the comments. And next Monday, we'll let you know what we decide our new power word is going to be for next year.
Yeah.
And hey, Burnett really enjoys the community. Oh, love you guys. All right, everybody.
Everybody have a good night.
Yes. Hold on to your anchor moments and make it a great day. Love you guys. Bye-bye.